Hello everybody, this is Pooja Bedi, and I think it's high time we took stock of the fact that the COVID-19 virus is not going to disappear when we lift lockdown 4.0 or 5.0 or lockdown 6.0. Yes, lockdown 1.0 was very important. It was important because we didn't know what we were dealing with. It was a brand new virus, it seemed to have very large numbers, and we needed to know that we were prepared, that our hospitals were prepared, our medics were prepared, that people were prepared to deal with the onslaught of this brand new virus, this pandemic that we just couldn't understand and that we were fearful of. But all that we've seen since lockdown 2.0, 3.0 and 4.0 has been this growing psychosis of fear throughout society. We've seen masks and sanitizers and social distancing and people shunning each other and behaving like everyone's the plague and everyone's a leper and this incredible sense of paranoia that has steeped in. Why? So that we can live? But then I ask you again, is any of this living? Is any of this that's happening around us today considered living? I mean, you have cases where a man has committed suicide because his wife was detected as COVID positive. That kind of fear and psychosis and paranoia. You've had people commit suicide because they've lost their jobs, they've lost their income, they're unable to support their families. You've had situations where people with existing diseases aren't being treated by hospitals because they've now become COVID hospitals. And people are dying because they're not being treated. You have situations where a woman has given birth on a bench because she was turned away from 4 hospitals. Is that the kind of life we actually want to see around us? I mean, you have migrants, lakhs and lakhs of migrants walking, dying, children dying on the way. Is that living? I mean, there are women trapped in homes with domestic abuse. You have borders within our own country where people are so fearful of letting anybody from another state enter their state, like what I just recently experienced in Goa for that matter. Such fear and such paranoia, don't come into our state, there are the outsiders, etc., etc. I mean, is this really considered living? And the fact is, coronavirus is not going to go away in a hurry. So how long are we going to continue this absurd state of fear psychosis? I mean, it may be about a year and a half till the vaccine is developed. Are you going to wait with closed doors for all that time, not go to work for all that time, not allow people into your state for all that time, reject people from hospitals for all that time, keep migrants back in their villages for all that time, let the economy be dumped for all that time? Are we willing to do that till a vaccine is developed? And then again, ask yourself, already there are 2 strains and maybe 10 mutations. Are you going to pump 10 different vaccines into your body? And God knows how many more mutations there will be in the 1.5 years by the time the vaccine is found. 1 vaccine or 2 vaccines are found. We had SARS, we had Ebola, we had MERS, we had so many different diseases and pandemics that have plagued us in the past. Have you been inoculated and vaccinated against all of them? And if not, you survived, right? Take a case like TB, for example, tuberculosis. 10 million people are affected worldwide every single year, and 1.5 million people die of TB every single year. In India, every single year, 2 lakh people die of tuberculosis, and it's an infectious disease. We've had maybe under 10,000 deaths in India with COVID-19. We have to see things in perspective. I mean, you know, instead of having this herd mentality of fear, of incredible, immense fear, we need to build a mentality of herd immunity. At the end of the day, what is keeping us alive? What has protected us, say, against the common flu that kills between 3 and 6 lakh people every single year? The common flu, you get it, I get it. We call it the viral, right? And it kills between 3 and 6 lakh people globally, annually. I mean, let's build our immunity. Let's not build walls. Let's focus on the things that build ourselves and our communities and our headspaces and our hearts to be stronger. And that includes love, laughter, sunshine, happiness, positive thoughts. embracing people, love, relationships, human touch, human kindness. What lowers our immunity? Anger, jealousy, frustration, stress, depression. Don't you think coronavirus is only accentuating all of that in your lives? That's not a way to build your immunity, guys. And I truly think that if as a society, as a people, as a country, as one world, if we all want to come together against the virus, it's going to be by not fearing it. It's about choosing to live our lives and not exist in fear. Because as I said, the virus is not going to go away. What we need to do is build our strength and our resilience towards the virus. Not build walls and aggression and fear and frustration within our walls and towards others. What have we become as people because of a virus? Is this how we actually want to see our lives? I think it's time to change things. I think it's really time to embrace positivity, joy, sunshine, laughter, and the simple joy of being alive.